His bone is shattered. His bone is shattered real bad. If it wasn't for that bone, it would have hit his heart, the doctor said.
A mother recounts gunfire and panic in an Omaha City park, continuing coverage of a deadly shooting. Good evening, I'm Mallory Maddox.
And I'm Joe Chiodo. Our top story tonight at 5. A man is in the hospital right now. He was injured in a shooting that left his friend dead.
Jamel Ray was shot to death yesterday in Miller Park. He was in a car with his friend Fisher. Now, police say 3 young guys approached them on foot and were shooting at them. We talked to Fisher's mother just hours ago, and she tells us his story.
In front of Creighton Medical Center, Shelly Fisher Mims tells the story of what happened to her son Charles Fisher before the police, the lights, and the crime tape. Mrs. Mims says her son and Jamel Ray were driving through Miller Park when they heard gunfire.
And then he realized he was hit. And then Jamel said, "Drive, man, drive." He said, "They on foot. They shooting at us."
According to Mrs. Mims, they drove their car through a fence and across the golf course.
The bullet caught him here, came out here, and hit Jamel in the neck.
They made it across the golf course through another fence near the 4th hole. Charles ran into the neighborhood store for help.
He just fell backwards like, and Charles said he bent down, picked him up, and he was gurgling blood. And so Charles laid him down and ran into the store and called a rescue squad.
Jamel Ray died from his injuries. Charles Fisher drove himself to the hospital. Police are still investigating, trying to find out who is responsible for all this violence.
And tonight, Charles Fisher is still recovering at the hospital.
But as John Chapman now tells us, the neighborhood now also feeling the effects of yesterday's shooting.
This neighborhood is trying to rebound after yesterday's outbreak of violence. The golf course will recover. Officials here say yesterday's drama caused minor damage, but the violence ended up on the doorstep of J&D Grocery.
Somebody had drove here needing help, and they called ambulances for them that happened across the park, and they drove across the park to get help here. So, yeah, we'd just like to set the record straight that it didn't happen here. There wasn't a drive-by here. Nobody was shot here. They came here for help.
Adams has been doing business here for close to 20 years. He says the store is safe, his neighborhood is safe, but events like yesterday hurt business, and it does nothing to attract business to North Omaha.
It's tough in these neighborhoods to keep your businesses going, so it's tough as a businessman to try to keep things going when you have things like this happen and your business goes down. There's not a lot of profit involved to lose business, so we fight for everything we can get and try and keep it going.
Adams says he hopes the neighborhood will continue to support him, and he hopes everything will soon get back to normal here. With photographer Mike Plews, John Chapman, WOWT 6 News.
If you know anything about any of these recent shootings, you are asked to call police. Now, you can remain anonymous and still be eligible for a cash reward by calling Crime Stoppers at 402-444-STOP.